Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about our written reflections. I have one of my good friend named Mahdi, and now he's going to introduce himself.
Yes, my name is Mahdi Parwiz, and I'm gonna discuss about my selection.
Okay. So, since you chose the story, The Lowest Animal, I have a
Yes.
few questions for you.
Yeah, sure, go on.
Okay. So, what's your opinion of Twain's satirical essay? Do you agree with his ideas or even of some of them, or do you disagree?
Well, from the very beginning of this piece, the satirical element jumps instantly out. The hyperbole of the lowest animal, implying that nothing in the world could ever be worse than it is, completely outrageous. Yet instantly it's attention grabbing. Moreover, a tone of sarcastic verbal irony is present here in this story when he says that he has used what is commonly called the scientific method. Obviously, using the scientific method to prove an opinion is ridiculous and thus sarcasm. At this point in the essay, I stopped reading for a moment. The last example struck me so ridiculous that for a moment I wonder if might have actually been trying to satirize his own satire. I'm really not sure, but it still strikes me as ironic. Moving on, he begins listing man's negative moral traits, such as vulgarity and obscenity, and how the lower animals feel no shame. But yet man cover his. This is the most satirical piece of literature I have ever seen in my life. Twain attempts to completely destroy the face of humanity or human nature, and he does a fairly good job, I might add that. Essentially, he places the human's race below any other animal, giving examples comparing some specific elements of our actions and emotions to quadrupeds and other higher animals. So overall, to Twain, humans are the topic of the essay that is the lowest animal.
Yeah, I would go for you. Yeah. Another question. What's Mark Twain's purpose for writing the lowest animal essay?
So in this story, the lowest animal, he's basically talking about how he uses satire to prove a point to readers. One of his examples is about an earl that has a buffalo hunt just for fun. He compares this to the animals that they never take more than what they need. This concludes that while men freely practice material gain, animals are never miserly. He discovers from his experiments that man is the only type of animal that harbors insult and waits for a chance of revenge. And the higher animals do not know about revenge, you know that? He also concludes that cats are the only higher animals with loose morals. However, he defends them by saying that cats are innocent because they are not aware of being loose in morality, and that man is immoral because he chooses to be that way. Twain makes an argument concerning man and war as well. The other animals engage only in individual fights, while men have wars. Man is willing to slaughter his own kind and take away the land of others. Man is the only animal who sets himself apart in his own country and patriotic, which patriotism causes men to have armies and enemies to try to grab a slice of other man's country. So his purpose, so his purpose is to promote change in humans and draw attention to humans' mistakes. And as well, he wants to draw an attention to the animal's behavior. Mark Twain thinks that humans will kill their own race to get their point across and get what they want.
So now I have a personal question.
Yeah, sure.
What has been some of your favorite experiences and most important learning this year? And what is one thing you won't forget about the English lesson from this school year?
So I have learned many things throughout the course of the term, including such things as how to write an essay and how to improve on essays that I have already written, how to locate and composite better research through the use of the internet and the common sense that is a textbook, and as well how to cite research, examples, and quotations properly within the contents of my research paper. Because of the skills I learned writing an essay, I can also write a speech. Due to the delivering presentations in class and working with my teachers, I can deliver a speech at a good pace with good intonation, volume, and diction. These are important because those speech qualities they entice people to listen to what you are saying. Everything you interact with others that is in the literature gives you some ideas how to become a good person and learn new ideas from it. Uh, and my favorite and interesting lesson throughout the second term was The Lowest Animal. That was written by Mark Twain. That's the satirical essay. It is fairly sarcastic, although it still makes the reader really think about what he's saying throughout the essay. So Twain makes several well thought out ideas about mankind. How are those ideas? They're not like all ones that everyone would be proud of or agree with it.
Yeah. Yes. I think you're done.
Yes, that's all I had to say about my selection.
Uh, Tell you to tell me the questions. So yeah, I'll answer you.
Yeah, so I've heard that you chose the Abraham Lincoln selection. I've got some
Yeah.
questions from you about that. So first, what was the most fun activity or interesting selection that helped you with your mindset growth?
Well, I have a lot of activities, like the think, pair, and share,
Yeah.
and the star activity that helped me developing the critical thinking and the work as a team. So these are the most useful traits in the practical life.
Oh, great. What's the one thing you won't forget about the English lessons from this school year?
Well, I think the teacher, because the teacher is very knowledgeable and helpful,
True.
and he uses innovative ideas to make the learning an enjoyable experience.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And we did many. I learned a lot in this year. I've learned the structure of rhythm, the poetry of Chicago poem. It was amazing and soothing to hear, and I've also learned many new words, and it improved me in my vocabulary. The stories such as The Lowest Animal, The Jungle, and The Story of an Hour. They're the good sorts of to learn the vocabulary.
Yeah, true. Now let's go back to your selection. Can you compare the similarities between the Northerns and Southerns that Lincoln outlined in the speech? What are the differences?
Well, okay, I've got some 3 points. First of all, I'm going to say the Southerns, and then their similarities, and then the Northerns.
Yeah, sure.
So, Southern, first of all, they had the same beliefs. Second, there's the Southerner invested in slavery.
Yeah.
Third, South make war rather than the nation. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the similarities. Your question. So the slavery problem escalated strains between the North and South. And the second point, slavery issue increased in both. Now I'm gonna talk about the North. North were red lover of Lincoln. North encountered higher migration than South, and North invested in industry.
Oh, okay. That's so interesting. How do you think Lincoln used the ethical appeals to build his arguments? Can you as well cite some text evidence in your response?
Well, in the class, I believe we've read some paragraphs.
Yes.
So Lincoln, in the second paragraph, Lincoln says that they voted all together to saving the Union without war. So this shows how he's a reliable person and how he had attracted everyone's attention to trust the fate of the nation and won't let the war to happen. But one of them would make war rather than let the nation survive, and the other would accept war rather than let it push.
Exactly true. That is. So, do you have anything that you want to add?
No, I think I'm done. I'm done with my section.
Yeah, okay. So, I hope everyone understood what we said, and we are done with this. So, I'm gonna end the call for now here.
Thank you, Mahdi. It was a pleasure to meet you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you, bro.